going through the memories. The best part is that you look at the story inside of your physical body will now begin to feel very different. It will not be, it will make more sense, it will be in order, and it will really help you. So it's a it's complicated.
Maybe.
It's very complicated, but
I don't know that everybody wants to do this, especially on a radio show. My God.
They do.
You think they do? They want to tell their story on radio? All right, maybe we'll start a fad.
Do you know what? You know what, Theresa? Those girls, after they saw what I could do for you, they want to be next. The argument is now on between them about them saying who gets to go next, because they want me to guide them through this process so they can get these memories.
Yes. Or good for you. We'll call it your show or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what to put up every week. I don't, but we'll just I guess it's going to be fun, and I don't have to worry about content for my show. But what about Saturday and Sunday? Because Tommy likes to do spiritual shows. See, I wanted Karen and maybe Debra. I don't know, but I know we're getting to know each other, but none of us know each other except, me and Janet from back in Hawaii, but we didn't spend our whole lives together in between. We just did 8 years of radio shows. But I don't get it. This felt different somehow. This didn't feel like my normal shows. It just, I can't explain it. What?
And you know what? You went into that material. It was the most... I'm sitting there and I'm listening, and then I ask you a question, and then I take and I ask you to put it into order, and then Janet, her little light bulb goes off, and she figures out that I can guide you through this chronologically, and she's like, Suzanne's in charge. Suzanne's in charge, and then
that was funny. She never says that. She's always in charge.
Right. And then you go
always in charge.
And then you go through these deep memories, and the memories that came up. Let me tell you something. They've been waiting to come up for years, and those memories that came up, they just came flying out. I was like, "Whoa, slow down. Let's take it a little slower." But no, those memories came.
Like that. It's like a chance to bare your soul, I guess. I did put soul on here, so that's not. I didn't discuss my near death or. Oh my God! All right, well, I've just got to get okay with it, but I'm sure after I listen to it. But what happened to the one they did last time? Where did that show go?
Oh, I have no idea. You have to ask them.
They talked about it, but where is it? I don't know where it went.
I don't either.
We were supposed to ask about that. Janet started talking about it, but what did they do with that last time story? I talked about Roswell and the ship and stuff. Well, anyway, I got parts in all my books. I just never, put it out. See, the deal with Janet was she always wanted me to tell chronologically, point, boom, 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 sort of what you're doing with me. So I know she's happy because she can never get – I don't like to do this. It's uncomfortable. So I just would write stories for Dirk because he wanted to know stuff and say, give me a story every week, so many words, and I just did it, right? And it would be the stuff about UFO stuff that I knew about because I experienced it, and he liked me. But he couldn't believe I didn't know Alex Collier, so, oh, shit, are we still recording?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay.
Oh, my God, we're still recording. Well, anyway, okay, I need to find that station and get off of the blog talk. But anyway, the thing was, I was doing it to help. Dirk wanted content, and he knew Robert Morningstar, and Robert knew all these people, but I never was in that group. I wasn't allowed. I was a real, investigator. You don't do real stuff. I mean, I was talking to Don Berliner and, Dr. Bruce Maccabee later, but these are people that don't do that stupid shit in social media. You know what I'm saying? Like the stupid shit that people aren't really involved in it. They're Corey Good and Emery Smith and David Wilcock. They're just, wannabe make up stuff and read books and put it all together. It's a big difference,
Right. Real big difference.
That, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But that's their story to them, but they call them LARPers, live action role players. But this is different because you're telling your real story is what I mean. It's not the same. This is, reality. At least to me it is. But I don't think
it is.
I didn't know that. Why did we go back again to when I was a kid? I tell people to start with their high school. I guess that's why I started there. I don't know.
We started with the story about how your neighbor friend, Nick Roach, approached you and asked you if you wanted to work for the government.
No, it wasn't Pat Roach, though. Pat was Janie Ferguson's daddy that lived down the street. He was a mason.
Right.
But he worked with my dad at the paper mill. So there's a lot of details left out. So I could see how people can wind up doing movies without the details. So it's sort of like, I sort of could see it like that History Channel trying to do the Roswell story with the J. Allen Hynek stuff that had a bunch of pieces but not all of it. So I think what Janet's trying to do is go back and put pieces that are missing. But she found me, and she knew mine and Tom's story years ago, but she was mad at me because I'd say, well, that part of my book is right, but that part's not. And she got mad, and she said, well, what were you? I said, because you don't tell the whole story, Janet. It's based on, you can't put all the truth out there, you know. So that's how I think I've wound up doing this with her. But it had to be the right ingredient. You had to be there. And I kept knowing it. I knew that you had to be there. I knew, remember, I said, Janet, and I was fighting it because they lost the radio that I did, and I said, okay, I'm not going to do somebody else's if I don't have control, because she always has control and she always wants me on her channel, but they lost it. And so she doesn't have a copy. They didn't let me copy it. We were doing Skype. She had me go on Zoom, so I didn't have any control, and I hit record, and I said, well, let me copy it because I need my show for Friday or whatever night it was. Yeah, Friday tonight last week because I wanted my show. So we didn't get it copied. But Debra said she was copying it. And I said, well, why can't I copy it? But Janet said I couldn't hit the button, and when I did, it wouldn't work on Zoom. So we need to find out, but that's not cool. If you do it, you can't do and Janet was worried about, she didn't have a copy, and I don't have a copy. So we lost that. So it shows up, you know how you see on your shows, they're gone. But now it looks like I didn't do a show, but I did. But it wasn't on my TJMRCT radio. So those archives are missing for 2 weeks, right? They're gone forever. You can't go back and put. It's like you said, on TJMRCT radio, now there's just 2 weeks. So now you and I show up doing a psychic show. But we're going to keep doing that. But what do you think about, I got to feel Saturday and Sunday. My daughter knows, my two daughters, because I'm trying to run a company, American Communications Online, but I do need 2 more shows. So I know, I don't know. What do you think? I've got Tommy working on Tuesdays. Tina, I gave them but they're doing their own thing now, and they're doing their own shows.
So what about your daughters? They had somebody?
No, they don't want to be in. I live here alone, by myself, like a hermit. But if I don't, she prides herself on telling everybody we do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I got to do some. A lot of people I could show up or do interviews on. I don't care to do that. But what do you?
Let me make some phone calls and see if I can find somebody that'll call you. Can you hear me, Theresa?
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Ronnie Dawson was going to show up and do trucker kind of stories for Ace Folk Life, but I don't have anybody. It's just going back to work life. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So you need somebody for Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you and I do Thursday.
Right.
Jen and I do Friday, which is now something totally different. And Saturday, but I need to look at the different, what do you want to support? What kind of information? I need to get off this radio. I've got to find that show on my computer. What kind of shows do you want to do? I wanted to do Ascension age stuff.
I do too. Do you want to hang up and we can talk on the phone?
Yeah, if I could find the friggin' computer show. Hold on. Let's see. Where was I recording? Now, I can put this on Blog Talk or ACIR radio, but I was recording Where was I recording this? Janet calls into Blog Talk, but I've got so many radio stations. Let's see. Blog Talk Radio. That's the one that does the distribution. Vox owns that. All right, let me see. It's not even the right show name. Let's see. Okay, I have to go into studio and cancel it on the computer. Oh my God! I never hung up the phone. Oh my God! Okay, let me. I've got to hang the phone up. Let's see.
Okay.
Wait, no, not with you. Here it goes.